Brigantia Blackbird, Blackbird's Brew. Happy Wednesday and welcome back to our series Journey Through the Tarot. Today we are looking at the Five of Pentacles from the Housewife's Tarot by Paul Keppel and Jude Buffum. So, first impressions, let's look at her. We see a most unfortunate state of affairs. Our housewife has lost control of the plates, gravity took over, and one plate has already shattered on the floor. The lady has raised her hand to her eyes, almost covering up her face as though she just can't bear to look, but feeling compelled to look all the same. I can almost hear this crash, and the image does set me a bit on edge. On many occasions, I have had butterfingers and broken things that I would have preferred not to break. And in fact, as a teenager, for a certain period of time, I only had to look in the general direction of my mother's favorite mug collection, and somehow they would just shatter. Don't know why. It was awful. She started to resent me for making my tea in them. But it is a most undesirable state of affairs. So when we know going into this card that something is out of whack and it's likely to be creating difficulties. So let's take a look at what the booklet has to say. We have a few key words: financial loss, misfortune, and poverty. Not the most encouraging of words, I grant you. So let's see what the description says. It begins with crash. That's the sound of the stock market and the stack of the dishes you just dropped. The Five of Pentacles indicates a heavy financial loss. What you must remember, however, is that in reality you have lost nothing. Gravity and misfortune may have claimed your tableware, but it cannot smash your mojo. Your meatloaf is still unsurpassed, and your pimento gelatin molds are to die for. Collect the broken pieces, whip out the crazy glue, and get started on repairing the damage. So, with all of this in mind, let's talk about how we might use this in a reading. Possibility 1. It looks like everything has gone pear-shaped for your querent, and whether they have actually reached that rock bottom or if they are still falling to that ultimate crash, in either case, it's vital that they accept the reality of what has occurred. Pretending that things are not what they are will be counterproductive for them, but clear-eyed realism will serve your querent very well. Possibility 2. This could be a really ghastly time for your querent's bank account, possibly also for their business interests, retirement funds. They could even be experiencing losses that extend beyond the financial. Perhaps the financial losses are causing other problems in their life. It's time for them to set their house in order, to clean up their books, and to take a more disciplined approach going forward. And I would say also attending to any relationship issues that might have been festering underneath the surface. Stresses like financial issues have a way of bringing those to the surface. It's no coincidence that many of the people who go through bankruptcy also end up going through divorce. So definitely keep an eye on the people who are precious to you as well. Possibility 3 is that while the present might seem bleak to the querent, that the worst is actually over for them. They have hit that bottom point. What remains is for them to devote themselves to the task of rebuilding. It's going to be important that they not look back. They need to stay focused and handle one job at a time. So not the friendliest of cards, but it is an aspect of life. And if it comes up in a reading for yourself or for another person, take it straight. Rip off the Band-Aid and deal with what the card is trying to tell you. Just because reality might be unpleasant to us doesn't mean that it ceases to exist. So there's that. Now it's time to let me know what you think of this particular card. Do you get anything else from it? Did you have another twist on it? Please share all about it either in the comment section or come visit us on Gilded. There's a link to join us in the description box below, and you'd be very welcome to come and talk tarot, other forms of divination, magic, witchcraft, paganism. Whatever's on your mind, I'm sure we could find someone who would be very happy to have that conversation. So please join us. But that'll do it for this video, and I will see you next time. Bye.